So what can you tell us about Akashic Records in terms of what they are?
The Akashic Records of like every human existence ever and every timeline that they've ever participated in one way or another, sits in like a dimensional reality that is guarded by a frequency or guides of light. They're very specific guides that guard the records.
Cool.
And the records are available to almost anyone. If you're doing this work, you've probably at some point pulled energy and read it from the Akashic Records. But there's also very like deep historical wisdom, information, parallel lives. All those things come from the way we can access our records and also use them to enhance our experience today. So even though they're like, you know, some people might call them books or like scrolls, they also have like malleable print where it shifts and changes based upon the current moment. And that's why it's becoming such a popular, you know, kind of word to use as well. The Akashic realms, get an Akashic readings, pull from the Akash. But the Akash is really just a record keeping connection for most readers. But when you tap into the levels where you can start shifting and changing from this dimension, you're actually accessing a different part of the Akashic library that allows you to like move and shake things up a little bit so that it actually promotes a new record before you've even lived it. Does that make sense?
Ooh, well, that one was a bit of a whammy for me. So let me process that a little bit. What I had heard at first was, and putting this into my own words, so correct me if I've misinterpreted it, but the Akashic Records are kind of like a big honking library of everything if that's ever has or really will exist in any of our timelines.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've also found that every planet has its own Akash too.
Really? Now, Akash, is that, so Akash is the name of the record, or what is the difference between Akash and Akashic? Just to make sure I'm using them properly.
It's actually kind of interchangeable, but when I refer to the Akash, it's like the place where the records are stored, and the Akashic record is something specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a library and a library book.
Yeah. Okay. That's really helpful to put that into context.